good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time. It is the first Monday in December. It's December 1st. I'm going to talk about my weekend and get to my in-studio guest. Let's start with Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a beautiful Thanksgiving on Thursday. I know that I went to my sister's house in Dix Hills and we had a great time. There were about 20 of us. If you want to put up pick A, please. There we go. And everyone bought something with them because there's the crew. There's the crew. And if you see the man in the middle in the blue shirt, which you could go to the next pic, my dad shocked the hell out of us. He came up from Florida and we were all in shock, especially me. Everyone got there at 2 o'clock. I was supposed to get there at 2 o'clock and I didn't get there till almost 2:30. And if you want to put up the video, my daughter videotaped my reaction to seeing my dad.
Cole, hurry up, come on. Wait, you said it?
Stand over there. Stand over there.
Or we can just let me go see her reaction.
Yeah,
go over there. Go over there.
The door's gonna block everybody.
It's all your fault. Well, it's about time.
We said 2 o'clock for a reason, no? Really?
Yeah. You just,
Really? Oh, shit!
All right.
Thank you. Yes, my daughter Valerie LaRose videotaped it. I didn't know. But when I tell you shock, because I called him that morning and he wasn't home. And I'm like, what, I missed him already? He went out already? And then the next thing I know, he was at my sister's house and I'm so happy he's here. He's going to take my mother for her second cataract surgery. He's going to be here for Christmas and God willing, they'll go back after the new year. But it was such a blessing and such a wonderful Thanksgiving surprise that I will never forget, ever. And God bless my dad. He's going to be 91 in March. So Sam Canastraci, Salvatore Canastraci. Friday, I went back to my sister's for leftovers because that's just what we do. And then on Saturday, I actually went with my mom shopping. And Sunday, as you know, is laundry day because we all need clean underwear. And what I do, and then I prep for tonight's show. So that's what I was doing. And before you know it, look, it's December, the weekend's over, and I can't wait to introduce you to Nick. Nick dabbled in acting for a little bit, but he's a musician, he's a singer, he's an author, and he's a hairstylist. Yes, he is, to the stars. And Nick Trombetta's here. Hello.
Welcome to my show here. How you doing? Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy you made it.
I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, well, I'm glad you were here. And if Trombetta sounds familiar,
I wonder where we got that
I
from.
had his cousin Rocco Trombetta on
Yes.
a while ago talking about his book, There Once Was a Melody in the Bronx.
Absolutely.
And tonight we're going to talk about Nick's career and what he's done and what he's doing, and also his book that he wrote. So it runs in the family, musician and everything and singing. So you originally from Italy, obviously.
Yes.
You came here as a kid.
I was 10 years old when I came to America.
We have that pic. Can we put up pic?
You got a picture?
Yeah, let's put up pic E, please.
Where'd you get? Where'd you get?
Yeah. Look at that.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah, don't worry. I do my
my
homework.
God.
Look how adorable you are.
That was my passport picture.
That was I figured that. Yeah.
God.
So you came here. Thank you so much. You came here from Italy with your siblings as
5 siblings.
5 siblings, 5 of you as kids.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was a huge culture shock considering you didn't even speak the language.
I had no idea when when we were told as kids that we were coming to America, we didn't know what else New York was except we knew skyscrapers.
Right.
And then suddenly we're dumped off into Arthur Avenue.
In the Bronx.
And my first experience was turning from Southern Boulevard to 187th Street, and I saw the fire escapes.
Oh.
And I didn't know what they were, so I asked my aunt in the car, I said, Zia, what are those? And she said, fire escape. I said, fire escape? And I don't remember who I was talking to. I said, what's a fire escape? And she says, we use those when there's a fire. We run out the fire escape.
Right.
I said, I don't want to be here. I never saw fires where I came from.
Right.
We didn't even see the firemen where in the city I lived in. There was no fires.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was quite a shock.
So you basically learned English through school and watching television, maybe?
It was,
not too
it
much?
was school and the street,
Yeah.
And the first year, I should say maybe the first 6-7 months was very, very tough.
Right.
We experienced everything that today's, immigrants are
Racism,
experiencing. Yes.
bullying.
And the funny story is that a lot of the bullying came from our own kind.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. When people talk about racism, they always think it's that against that,
Right.
not realizing that it's all this against itself.
Right, your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we learned early on how to take care of ourselves, and once I made friends, and we took care of each other. It was the 10-year-old kid of 1970 was not a 10-year-old kid of 2025.
Right.
We saw different things. We experienced different things, and we were very fortunate to have the parents and our culture and our religion that kept it all together.
Yeah. Well, let's put a pic F, shall we? Because I came across another school picture. So tell me which row you're in and where you are.
I can't even see. I don't
You
know.
can't.
Where did you find this?
This is I think this 1974 or something, or 70s.
I don't know where I am
Really?
even in that picture.
All right, but you're in there. I'm going
I'm-
to say you're the one in the front with the blue and the tan. I don't know.
my God.
All the way to the left, probably.
It's amazing.
I think you're in the front.
I'm in the front. I think it is all the way to the left. I'm
Yeah,
on the floor.
I figured that. Yeah.
Where did you find these?
Oh, I have my ways.
Oh my God.
Thank
What
you. I
what are
appreciate
the
it.
FBI?
Yeah,
mean,
I should work for them, shouldn't I?
oh my God.
So basically, what kind of kid were you in school? Once you did learn the language and you learned how to survive, I mean, were you active in sports or?
No, I was not. I was active in making people laugh.
Ah, okay.
Because through laughter is how I made friends.
Right.
But, through laughter, I also got in trouble. So my teacher called on to my father and said, you need to come into school. And he came in. I said, Dad, I'll do the translation. He says, no, I'm not stupid. Get me a teacher who will do the translation. And I remember him telling the teacher, this is my son. When he comes home, he belongs to me. When he comes here, he belongs to you. While I thought it was a terrible thing, it was the best thing because the teacher took a special interest in me. Claire McCrudden, rest in peace. I never forgot. She was from Scotland, and she was the one that taught me, Nikki, it's not this, it's this.
Right.
It's
right.
not that, it's that.
Right.
And because of it, we learn to assimilate, we learn to acclimate, we learn to fit in, and above all, my mom and dad said, you need to be like these kids if you want to, fit in. And we did. We were lucky. I found a lot of kids that, like myself, were fresh from Italy. But, music is what saved my life.
Speaking about music, I want to put up pic G, please, because I think this is a picture of both your parents, if I'm not mistaken, at the same time, correct?
Well, you are amazing.
And I have to tell you, they're both stunning. They're just both stunning to look at.
Well, my mother was actually scouted to be in the movies.
Really?
But my grandparents didn't want it. And my father, if I can say, he was an exceptional, handsome man.
Yes, he was.
This was their true love.
He was. He kind of looks like a little like Rudolph Valentino a little
my God,
bit.
yeah.
I see that. But your dad, if we could put up pick H, please. Your dad was in a band.
No.
No?
No.
What was this?
This is probably, this is the band.
Wasn't he with the band with your Uncle Giorgio?
No, this is the band that actually played at my sister's wedding.
Oh.
And because of this band, I
Okay.
was introduced to the wedding business.
Okay.
Giorgio in this band,
Right.
who was to us a historical figure in the Italian American
Yes. Yeah.
music community,
Yeah.
was the man that eventually led me to become a musician in the wedding circle that we were in.
But you actually started playing piano at a very young age.
Within 6 months that I was here, my dad realized I wasn't really happy about being here.
Right.
Out of
You needed,
we're
like, a
5
diversion.
Kids, have an older sister, then it's me, my brother, and the other 2 girls. For whatever reason, maybe because I'm always looking to be in and whatever, I didn't like it. My father knew that I was musically inclined since we came from Italy. I started singing, as my mother would say, even before I started speaking. But I understood the keyboard for some reason. And by the time we came to America, I don't even know how my dad did this, but in less than a year's time, he bought me a piano.
Wow.
I started to take piano lessons, and that's how it started. But it was real piano lessons. My teacher, God bless him, Marco Perreca, was teaching me conservatory studies. So I was actually doing classical music.
Oh.
And along the way, I knew I wanted to be a singer, though. And I discovered it by mistake. At 15,
Yeah.
I was supposed to be the pianist at a small school concert for Aquinas School, which was all girls.
Yeah.
And the girl I was supposed to play for, actually the song The Way We Were by
yeah.
Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
The last minute, she decided she didn't want to do it. And the teachers turned around and said, "You're going to do it." And I said, "What?" She said, "I heard you singing with her. You can do it."
Wow.
And unbeknownst to myself, here I found myself being in a public performance with a couple of hundred parents and played the piano and sang, and I was hooked.
That was it.
And that's how I started.
Now, growing up, did you write any original music?
Quite a bit. Writing was something that was natural to me. It was that inner language that was always embedded in my heart. And it's really funny. You don't find it, it finds you.
What was the first concert?
Well, I did
ever-
I did piano recitals. I wouldn't
Right.
call them concerts.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
piano recitals as a boy up until I was 17, 18. But because of Mr. Giorgio, by the time I was 17 years old, between him and another friend of mine, I was introduced to the Italian wedding circle. And of course, I was a young boy at the time. But I wound up in a band that was called Messia at the time. And before you know it, I'm turning 17 years old and I'm doing my first wedding.
I think we have pick I, if you want to put that up. I think this
You
is,
know.
I don't know if this is you at a wedding, but it's definitely you playing.
Well, this now was the band that I became well known with.
Okay.
This
And
is-
what was that band called?
That band is called Era 2000.
Era 2000, right.
And that picture is probably in the 2000, listen to me.
80s, right?
1982
Right.
is when I joined this band.
Okay.
And in this band, I had my brother-in-law who's sitting right next to me, Mike. And he pulled me in, and at first I wasn't sure because I left Messia and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in a well-known band. I
Right,
wanted
right,
to do,
right.
you know, tour
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
But he was very smart that he brought me in, and that band was quite well known, and they started actually in 1974. They were kids.
Wow.
And they did very, very well, and we were known throughout the city and the 5 boroughs.
Let's put up pic J, and then you could tell me where this one was, because I think this is, and you had really, really long hair.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I was known.
I mean, your hair was like that. You can't see it in that picture, but it was like down to your behind.
Yes, my hair, I was known for my hair. I wore a ponytail in the mid-'80s when it was the disco era and they were all doing the...
Right, the DAs.
The DAs.
Yeah.
I was known for the hair, and everybody knew me as the guy with the long hair in the band. I wore a ponytail.
Right.
This is still era 2000. There was another keyboard player next to me. His name was Johnny Morello. And so that was our corner.
Right,
I'm
right.
leaning on my keyboards, and the other 3 keyboards belong to Johnny.
So it was like, instead of like dueling pianos, it was like kind of like dueling.
We were an orchestral type of band.
Yeah.
Those keyboards, you know, did string sounds and orchestral sounds, pianos, organs, brass. So we tried our best to sound like the record.
Well, obviously, growing up, you listened to a lot of different types of music.
Yes, of course.
But did you have a favorite
My
band
yes,
that you liked listening to?
My favorite was Billy Joel.
Okay.
That was my guy.
Right.
And to this day, I'm still hoping that one day I get to give him a hug.
All right, well, put it out into the universe.
Billy, I'm looking for you, okay? Just in case you want to know, right? And of course, you know, Elton John, Neil Diamond. Those were my singers type of guys that I loved. And then I enjoyed all the other bands of, you know, the 80s, some rock bands, you know, the Aerosmith, the Journey.
Yeah.
You know.
Who was your very first concert you went to go see? Do you remember?
Carlos Santana.
Santana.
And I sat right in the front, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
He was superb and a real incredible person with the audience.
Yeah.
He was just incredible.
Yeah. That's so
Carlos
cool.
Santana.
It's so cool. And then pick K, you also were in another band called called Next Step?
Now, the Next Step was my creation.
Okay.
I left there in 2002, I believe. Anyway, and I started this band with a couple of members that came also from Era 2000.
Yeah.
Joe Blanco and Antonio Russo, who's a second cousin. And we pulled in all the other ones. Also in this band, there was a Trombetta. Gianluca Trombetta.
There you go.
He's all the way to the right with his folded arms. We have Ruggiero, who's a bass player. And there's Lisa, just an amazing singer.
Yeah.
And we did. And you know the funny thing,
Thank
how
you.
we came up with the name?
How?
We didn't know how to name this band.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with them one night, and I said, look, this is the next step in our lives. It's either the next step or the last step. They all looked at me. I said, that's the name of the band, Next Step. And that's how we came up with that.
And you know, as you know, being in a band is like a family.
It is a family.
You know, you have a lot of different personalities.
You learn, sometimes we learn more about each other than our spouses did because, you know, we brought everything out. And, you know, even though there was a girl in the band, Lisa particularly, she was a little sister. We were very protective. An amazing talent. But we treated her like we were the dogs, and we had to take care of her. But she took care of herself rather well.
Yeah,
She didn't need us. Not to mention she's got a
I'm
pretty
su-
tough
I'm
husband,
sure, I'm
Mr.
sure.
Vito Caruso,
There you
who's
go.
just incredible.
Oh, well, I have some pictures of you on stage. If you want to put up pic L, I got a kick out of looking at you performing.
Yeah, I was a front man with this band.
Yeah.
So I got away from being just a keyboardist.
Yeah.
And we were able to get another.
But I love how
keyboarded.
You know, when you think
keyboards in the
keyboard,
band.
you're thinking big thing. It's not that mobile. That actually is.
Yes, those are called keytars.
Okay.
And it gave me the opportunity to be in the front.
Yeah.
And to actually perform and act the part and, you know, sing and play.
We could go to M, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's stay there. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And you have many different.
I have quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yes.
Oh, you have a collection.
I have quite a bit of a collection.
You do, and that looks like it's not that long ago.
No, that was probably somewhere in, you know, I don't know, in the mid 2000 something.
And then the next pick. Tell me about this. The next step. You performed.
This was, we actually became a business.
Okay.
It wasn't just a band.
Right.
We got involved with an agency.
Okay.
In South Jersey.
Yeah.
Elegant Ensembles.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I sort of.
That's cool. I watched the
had
video.
A lot
I liked
of
it. Yeah.
business ideas.
Right.
Well, the rest of the guys were the musical directors.
Right.
And we decided, hey, we need to do a professional video. So we used a studio much like this beautiful place here.
Yeah.
Where we recorded the band, and then that.
It's almost like a demo reel,
and that
right?
was used on our website, and it was, given out to clients.
Yeah.
And we did more than just weddings too. Of course, we did shows, we did
private
casinos, we did
parties,
outdoor events, feasts. But we were a working band.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
And not too many people could say that, so it's a nice thing that you could even say that.
Until COVID. Then COVID, everything went.
COVID changed a lot of things. A lot of things. We're going to take my first break. Let's take my first break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. More with Nick after this.
Thank you.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
How you doing? It's Sal, the voice of Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Farrell, Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love.
She's on the web.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Nick's in shock because
I am.
He's
I can't believe that. I didn't give her these pictures.
No,
okay?
No, I do my own digging. But Nick is a musician. He's a singer. He's an author. He's a hairstylist.
The hairstylist part is important.
We're gonna
to me,
get into this, and he dabbled in acting for a little bit, which I'm gonna mention. You were dabbling in the acting, but you were actually behind the scenes.
I was supposed to be behind the scenes.
Okay, doing hair.
But Chris Raffaele, my friend that I met, who's a director.
Yes, and he wrote
producer,
and directed The Dash.
The Dash.
Which you did in 2016.
Yeah. And he came with his wife and met me at my hair salon.
Right.
Which, by the way, is called Salon Mafed.
Yes.
And that is my life now.
Yes.
Along with the rest of this fantastic crew that I have.
Yeah.
And, having a conversation like we're having, he turned around and asked me, can you act? And I looked at him and I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I said, I want to do hair for you behind the scenes.
Right.
I found him on Facebook. I was impressed by the story he had written. And he said, Nick, there's something about you. And he says, I have a part that I think I would like for you to read.
Yeah.
And so he sent me the pages from the script. Before you know it, I didn't do hair. I became...
Yeah, he played the accountant.
I played the accountant.
And he was very, very good.
Thank you.
Very good, very natural.
Well, I told them that...
I enjoyed your performance.
The profession of a hairstylist, well, the hair has something to do with it too because I'm on stage.
Right.
But having been in front of people all the time, I guess, there's sort of an acting ambiance to that. Mm-hmm. And so it came very natural to me.
Yeah. It's cool. And then basically, that was pretty much it, though.
It was just an experience. I don't call myself an actor.
Right.
Nor was it ever,
But he got that cred on IMDb.
in my bucket list. But, I mean, if it comes along, I'm always happy to.
Right,
because
yeah.
I enjoy anything that's in front of a camera.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it.
That's good. Well, you mentioned your salon,
That's my life.
which we're going to put up pic O, please, because I want to show everybody the salon. And it is in
White Plains.
White Plains, right, in Westchester. And you opened that in 2002?
2002, but not this location.
No.
We opened up in a different location.
Right.
But then when this location became available to us, I thought it would be a good move.
Yes.
And along with my wife, who
Yes.
is my battery, my gasoline, and all that,
Yeah.
we made this tremendous move to move our business into this location.
Right.
And I was very fortunate because I have an incredible team that's been with me from the beginning.
Wow.
And my girls and boy that's with us now. And without them, it would just be a beautiful building.
So where did you go to school to learn how to do hair?
Like everybody else, I went to a beauty school in the Bronx at the time, Robert Fion's.
Okay.
The year was 1981,
Yes.
late 81. That's where I went to school, and like anything else, that's 8, 9 months, whatever it is now. I did that, and then
Something about Vidal Sassoon?
that was my first job. And to get a job at Vidal Sassoon wasn't that easy.
No.
You
I'm sure
needed
it's
to
not.
either know someone or have a very extensive resume. So we read it in a newspaper that they were looking for assistants,
Right.
just for assistants.
But what made you decide I want to do hair?
Oh my God!
Like what that's like hello out of left field.
I was going to. I was in my first year at Fordham University,
Okay.
thinking that perhaps that journey would take me eventually to becoming, an attorney. I wanted to get involved with criminal
Okay.
stuff,
Yeah.
and be a prosecutor. That was in the back of my mind. My family argues that I'm the kind of guy that if we have an argument, then you're right. By the time you argue with me, I'll prove you wrong, even though
Okay.
you're right.
Okay.
But so here I am. I'm going to Fordham, and I wind up in this band, Messia,
Right.
and 2 of them were hairdressers, and the band was rehearsing in a hair salon in the Bronx.
Okay.
And next thing you know, I'm finding myself going there a half hour before, an hour before. Then I'm looking, I'm thinking, wow, this is fun. I'm thinking, these guys are driving around Monte Carlos, fancy cars. They're around all these pretty girls. What the hell I want to do in a courthouse? And I quit, and I went home and told my mom that I was thinking about going to school and becoming a hairstylist.
Wow.
And my mother said, when you tell your father, he's going to kill you. But I told her, Mom, you know me. I apply myself, and
Yes.
it was the best decision of my life.
Yeah.
And so finding, my first job at Vidal Sassoon
Yeah.
was interesting.
Well, let me tell you something. This has taken you on a journey because were you able to travel?
Well, by becoming a hairdresser, I didn't know anything about the travel came later on.
Yes.
So I started to work in salons.
Yes.
Had a very dear friend who was my mentor at the time, Mr. Joe Vega. And I learned a lot from him as far as hair color and stuff.
Yeah.
Being an artist, too, I used to paint and draw.
Yeah.
He saw this in me and says, you should be a hair colorist. Everything just fell into place. Before you know it, I get involved with a distributor that was in our area.
Yes.
And I go to work for him as an educator. From there, I wound up with the company, and I went national.
Well, let's put a pic P, please, because I got a kick out of this picture. The hair father.
What are you gonna show? Oh my God!
That's great. I love it. That's great. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that, Carmine. But you were featured in Modern Salon Today,
Yes.
Westchester Magazine as best hair colorist, and featured in national and international shows.
Yes.
And if you want to put up pic Q, please, in 2017, you went to a beauty show.
This is an international beauty show.
It's an international beauty
So I did
show.
quite a few of these.
Yeah.
Then I came up with the idea of the hair father, And that took me to Albania.
Great, that's great.
So I was introduced at the Tirana Theater in Albania as the hair father from
Yes.
New York. I thought that was
you
kind
love
of
it?
funny, and I try to do things that people would remember me.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. And then we could put up pick R because we're just going to keep going, Carmine. R is you on stage.
This is in Milan.
Yes.
I'm in front of 3,000 people. And at this very moment, I was not talking about hair. I was telling the audience that we have to be careful to what we listen and what we watch on the web.
Right.
Because the web lies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff within our industry that's
Right.
not, you look at a picture from the before and the after,
Right.
but they don't tell you that they were 4 or 5 appointments in between.
Well, that's the whole thing. Let's put, while we're talking about before and afters, let's put up S next, and then that's you. Is that you on stage? That
That's
is you on
me,
stage, and you're
in
cutting.
Boston,
Yes,
yes.
and so it's you cutting, and then they show it on the big screen of
Yes,
what
and
you're doing.
these were a couple
And then
of
T,
models.
who's a guy that I love, Martino Cartier.
Yes.
Great guy, does a lot of great charity work. But let's put up you. Talk about before and afters. I have some before and afters. Now,
Yeah.
these are amazing transformations.
Yeah,
but like you
these,
said,
but these,
it's a process.
These transformations are not at hair shows. From what I'm
No,
looking at,
no,
these
no.
were in the salon.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are definitely in the salon.
A lot of our work is featured on Instagram.
Right?
Instagram is probably the biggest place where if you go to Instagram at Salon Maffei, you'll see a lot of our work.
Yes.
The staff
yes.
is just super
and
amazing.
this is just some of
Yeah.
them that I pulled.
Yes.
Because in this picture, she looks like she has more hair, and it looks so
the way,
much
it's
healthy.
the way, yeah,
healthy.
It's the way it's styled too,
Yeah.
and products that we use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have a client? Thank you. You ever have a client come in, and they show you a picture, and you're like, I don't know if I could pull this off. I mean,
That happens
I mean,
a lot.
look, I love long hair. I wish I could have long hair.
Right.
My hair gets to a certain length, and then it starts looking straggly.
The thing that people don't realize is you can't go without a haircut for 6, 7, 8 months.
No, you need.
Because the hair gets, you get broken ends.
Correct.
When hair breaks, it becomes like a fork. And if you don't cut it, it just keeps traveling up and up. And now you got broken hair, from 4 or 5 inches from the regrowth.
Right.
And you got this. But if you come in regularly,
Right.
8 weeks at the least,
Okay.
and you cut that
Just
hair,
to trim.
it's
It
strong,
keeps it
and
healthy.
it keeps it healthy and strong.
Yeah, it's important,
It
right?
is absolutely important.
So is there anything you would do differently to my? I made sure I took my time blowing out my hair tonight. Is there anything
Teresa,
you do different with my
your hair? Your hair looks lovely, but I said to you
didn't
over
men-
dinner.
We did dinner, but
I
you did
said-
mention color.
I said yes because I look at color always, to sort of transform.
Because I was
the
showing
entire
them how I
style.
looked as a blonde, as a redhead, because I own like 25 wigs.
You got these gorgeous eyes. Now, come on. Now,
Oh, thank you.
You could pull off.
Any color,
orange,
right? Well,
okay?
I don't know about that, but
No, but
you mentioned.
Yeah,
some
I
kinda-
mentioned to you that even a little bit of a soft frame, maybe some caramel soft, not red,
Yeah.
not yellow.
Yeah.
Just a smudge.
Because
of
back
color
in the day,
would look great.
in the 80s, we used to get highlights.
We had
and
that Farrah
they used to
Fawcett
do
thing
it
going on.
from the cap. You put the cap on and they'd pull your
what we
hair
had.
through the cap.
Yeah.
And then I loved it when it was first done, but then it turned
But
like.
you couldn't do a retouch.
Yeah, because it turned white. Like
but you could-
it was awful.
But you couldn't do a retouch with the cap.
No.
Today, because of foils, we're pulling it out and putting the color in the new growth.
Right.
Back then,
No, you can't. You couldn't.
couldn't. So
Yeah.
hair was getting destroyed.
And it was torture.
It was getting destroyed.
It was torture.
Yeah.
It was painful. It was painful. Beauty's pain.
I took a strainer once, with the handle.
Yes.
And I put it on a girl's head, and I pulled the hair through the strainer.
At least those are bigger
Just-
holes.
Well, just for the laugh, But,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. Well, I have to say, I wanted to mention how you did represent this.
Italy hair fashion.
Yeah, Italy Hair Fashion International, and that's when you were able to.
Yes, that's when I did a lot of traveling. I was very fortunate to see a lot of our beautiful country.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk about your book.
Okay.
We're going to talk about his book. If you could put up pick Y, please. because there's the book, and we have it here. So it's called The Real Santa Story and The Santa Secret. And it doesn't say written by. If you can see at the bottom, it says God given to Nick Trombetta. Thank you, Carmine. So I want to know, I know you started writing this back in when, like 2019 or something. So tell me how this all came to you.
It was just an inspirational thought that came out of nowhere. I have a lot of projects in my computer.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought that I would write a book. I was more into writing music.
Okay.
Then suddenly I thought about, geez, you know, I should write a Christmas book. The kids would love it.
Yeah.
And my wife was always telling me, you should do a picture book, you know. And I totally agreed with her, but I didn't. I'm a literary guy.
Right,
right,
yeah.
And so I started thinking, let me write this book. I wrote the first 2 chapters, and within chapter 2, I'd already brought Santa Claus into the story.
Okay.
And suddenly, it just went blank. I couldn't think of anything anymore.
Right.
A couple of years went by. I didn't write it. It went into all my other material.
Yeah.
And it was Mother's Day. My wife and my baby girl, Janine and Nicole. Hi, girls.
Hi.
They were down in Florida with Janine's sister. And all of a sudden, I went to see my sister that weekend, and my mom was there. Out of the blue, she says, what have you done with that book you were writing? I said, oh, Mom, please don't mention it. She says, no, you should write it. I said, yeah, just like that, you should write it. She says, write it. I said, how? She said, just sit down and write it. I said, okay. I drove home. They were living upstate, and I had an hour's drive back home. And suddenly, that voice in the back of my head says, write the book. I said, oh, you too now? Write the book. I said, how am I going to write the book? I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Sit down and write the book. It was Monday night. I get home Monday night, and I started to write the book. I rewrote chapter 1 and 2.
Okay.
And guess how long it took me to write the book? 5 days.
Really?
I didn't write the book.
It wrote itself.
Dear Lord showed me the
Yeah,
book.
see?
It was as if I
Yeah.
could see it. So that is why I believe, and you'll be able to talk with Mr. Frank.
Yeah, we're gonna bring on Frank.
Screenwriter,
Yes, we will.
my dear friend,
Yeah.
who will tell you
Yeah.
the next chapter
Yeah.
of this. I saw a movie,
Yeah.
and I was watching this movie in my head and writing
Yeah.
it, and within 5 days I wrote
Well,
the book.
I just want to read the back of it.
That's why I believe
if
it
I
was
can.
God-given too.
I hear you, because I actually had to write a monologue.
Yeah,
and
it was given to me.
It was given to me also. So I just want to read you the back of what it says. It says, are you too old to believe in the magic of Christmas and Santa Claus? As every Christmas rolls around, another child begins to doubt if Santa is real. Such is the case for young Rose. As she grew older, she wondered if the whole Santa story was just that, a story meant to keep children from misbehaving. Until one night, she gets a visit that takes her on a special magical journey, not just to finally meet Santa, but to discover that Christmas means much more than just the gifts. She learns about the Santa secret and how Santa Claus came to be. And I have to say, I loved it, I read it, and I am excited for you that you listened to your mother and you completed this.
What did you think of the Santa secret?
I love, first of all,
Because
a lot of things in here kind of shocked me.
That's the thing.
Because there's a lot of information in here that
Thank you.
you had to do research to really,
I did.
you know, and you do bring religion is in this, and because for Catholics and Christians and people who believe in Jesus, it's the birth of Christ. And that's what we're supposed to be celebrating. And kudos to you for bringing it back in the story. But you know, there's so many things in here that I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And thank you for doing that research. And you know, me finding out about it. But I think you can go on Amazon and purchase this.
Yes. And all you have to do is type my name, Nick Trombetta, or the name of the book.
And Nick, and you see it on the screen, Nick can be found on Facebook. It's Nick Trombetta on Instagram. And it's such a nice, just a nice story and a beautiful read. And, you know, I always, even as an adult, I could say I believe in the magic of Christmas and Santa and Kris Kringle and on all those little nuances that go with it, and how it is important to give and not look to receive, and to do something out of kindness from the bottom of your heart, and to also treat people the way you want to be treated. These are easy things to accomplish, but some of us have, you know, lost our way, and I think that this is a nice way to bring it back.
Well, that's why at the end of the book, Santa's message to the little girl is that the greatest gift that we can give or receive is love.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the most important thing is that every kid wants to know how Santa travels and does that in one night.
Yes.
So that is the Santa secret, which I'm not telling you.
No, you have
gotta
to
buy
read
the
it.
book. At the end of the book,
You have to read it.
Santa
but it's
tells
great.
the little
It's
girl
great.
how he does that.
You know, it's great. I loved it. All right, listen, we're going to take another quick break. Nick is going to step out. Frank Mancuso is going to step in because Frank wrote the screenplay for you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
All right, we'll be back after this.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrell.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
And with the magic of TV, poof, we have Frank Mancuso. Hello, Frank.
Back again.
Back again. So Frank is an actor.
Yes.
He's a producer.
Yes.
He's a writer. And the man writes and writes and writes. He's a machine.
My favorite thing
He's
now.
a machine. And he actually took Rocco's book and turned it into a screenplay.
Yes.
And then he took Nick's book and wrote it into a screenplay. So tell me how this all happened.
Well, basically you were at the
I was at
book signing
Yes.
for Rocco Trombetta.
Correct.
For A Melody in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I met his cousin at the signing.
Yes.
And he said, I have a book. And he gave it to me, and I took a read to it. But, of course, I did, this first. Nick had no idea that I was really captivated by his story, because there's things that I didn't even know about his research. He was so thorough about stuff. And then, so I took a challenge. I challenged myself, because you've read some of my screenplays.
Yes.
And it's action, cop stuff, sci-fi, horror.
Blood, gore.
And all of
Yeah,
a sudden,
yeah.
here I am doing a Christmas story
Yeah.
about Santa Claus. And it was very challenging.
Right.
Which I felt like I needed to do, but what captivated me the most again was the way he wrote it.
Yes.
It was something different and something I didn't know as myself as a Christian. Growing up, same thing in an Italian culture. We knew about Jesus Christ and stuff like that, but his research about the whole story captivated me. So I took the challenge.
Yeah.
And I picked it up and I wrote it, and I called him up and said, "Hey, Nick, I already wrote 40 pages." And he basically cried. He goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you took it on."
He got excited.
So
It's special.
So I wrote this. It's doing very well.
Yeah.
We've already won 13 awards.
There you go.
We've won Best Script at the New Jersey Film Festival,
Yes.
at Miami, in New York City Independent, Elegant in Paris. So we're winning, different places across the world.
Yes.
Being recognized for this great screenplay. It's a great story.
It is.
And
It
I
really is.
felt, just like Rocco's book, both have captivating stories that I think, and I saw his vision, that this needs to be made into a movie. A nice, animated, new Christmas story for the children.
Right, like the next Polar Express.
The next Polar Express,
Right?
the next Rudolph.
Yes.
Something that But what I liked about it, the story, because it's about this little girl, Rose, and her search for answers. And then when the elf Valentine, which I loved
Yeah, it was
how
great.
it was done,
Yeah.
basically brings her through time to St. Nicholas of Myre, which,
Right.
again, I didn't even know that story.
No.
And how she's learning all the answers, being there at the birth of Christ, seeing that, and how the three kings
Yep.
came about the gifts. And like the whole story says, it's not about receiving anything, it's about giving.
Right.
And then the whole true story about basically, believing in something that you can't see, just like we believe in God, Jesus Christ.
Right.
So it captivated me. So I felt that it was something I needed to do. Like you said, something was telling me in the back of my head, go for this.
Yeah.
And you need to write it because it was something new for me as a writer. And I just took to it, and I called him up, and then I would send it to him, and I says, "Okay, what are you thinking?" He was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." he couldn't stop. He was crying. And then we just we went through multiple drafts and cleaned up and stuff like that. But again, it's challenging because
Sure it is.
you have a book and you're restricted because you as a writer you like to play with this and try this idea. Here,
Right, because it's originally not your story.
it's not your story.
Right.
But because his story was so captivating of things that I didn't even know,
Yeah.
it was easy to translate
Right.
to do this.
Yeah.
And like I said, the good positive thing is that we're getting some positive feedback for some people, and then hopefully we get some good news that maybe someone out there will definitely grab this because this needs to be made into a movie.
Absolutely.
So that's where we are today.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for coming on.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me again.
And doing
I'm keeping busy.
We're gonna see him again.
I'm sure because we're working on
We're working
more
on
projects
more
and
projects.
got new things. And,
Yeah.
And Rocco's here, and Nick will be part of Lenore,
Yeah,
part 3
yeah,
and 4.
yeah.
That's
It's
coming
exciting.
Up.
It's
so,
exciting.
We're
Yeah.
working on that. We've already started filming.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
things are going good.
All right. Well, my door's always open.
I know,
and he's always coming through it.
I can't stop. Sorry.
All right. Listen, we're gonna go to break, and we're gonna come back with Nick. So don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrell.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, before we continue with Nick, I got to put a pic. Let's put a pic C, please, because I got to mention, if you didn't see It's Love Bro yet, I have a romantic comedy on Amazon Prime. It's Love Bro. I play the mom, so watch it when you can. It's funny. I'm funny. You'll enjoy it. And then the next pic, if you're not doing anything this Friday night, Ghosting Giggles in the Giggle Room at Governor's. I will be performing. My girl Kristen Tinsley is producing. So come on down for some laughter and maybe a reading. Because yes, she doesn't just tell jokes. She's also a psychic medium. Thank you for that. Okay, so I'm back with Nick. And Nick, I want to ask you a question. Where do you get your energy from and what inspires you?
The love of my wife and my child.
Nice.
I breathe the air and I do what I do because I have them in my heart. And I'm very fortunate to come from an incredible family.
Yeah.
My siblings, I adore them. All our in-laws, it's family.
Yeah.
But
Familia.
But I go to sleep and I look at her and I look at my little doggy. I know my little daughter's in the room, and I know that I'm in a very lucky place. It's my family. And I feel the same way about work. Because when I go to work and I enter that room and there's that team,
Yeah.
I just look at my girls and how hard they work.
Yeah.
And that's where I get my energy from because of their hard work, their perseverance, and their support and respect towards me. All this is all part of the picture.
And you have a passion project.
Oh my
This is
God.
a personal passion project that
wanted to share that
you
with you.
took on. And so there's volume 1. You see how thick these are? And volume 2.
Yeah.
And this is basically a love letter
To my daughter.
to your daughter
And my
and
wife
your
as
wife,
well,
because you know, if it wasn't for your wife, you wouldn't have a daughter.
When my
so.
wife was pregnant,
Yes.
I put my ear next to her belly and I could hear the baby's heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what if someday I'm not here? I wanted to know who her father is.
Right.
So I wrote her
Beautiful.
a letter.
Beautiful.
When Janine was only 3 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And I wrote a letter to my baby telling her about my expectations.
Right.
But I kept writing and I kept writing and I never stopped.
Yeah.
And
So
I
this
put
is very, very personal.
340 letters
Wow.
that I gave this to her on 18th birthday, and it says my first 18 years, words by
Wild.
my father.
That's commitment, let me tell you.
That's something that I don't think many people have done.
You know what? I don't think so, but that's a beautiful, beautiful keepsake that she'll have for the rest of
And
her
it's,
life.
it's about my family.
And you
It's
know what
about
we're
my
gonna have
girls.
right now?
Yeah.
We're gonna have about 2.5 minutes. We're gonna put up that video, please, of Nick playing, because I wanna.
Good video.
This is you playing. We're gonna play this. Thank you. Here's Nick playing. Let's take a listen, shall we? Love it, love it, love it. That's an original piece.
That's from a song called Sticks and Stones, which I wrote for my daughter. It's about
Love it.
child bullying.
Beautiful, though. It's beautiful. The melody, just everything, it takes you on a journey. I loved it.
I just want to say thank you.
I want to thank you, and I want to.
And I want to say thank you to my friend Frank.
Yes.
And to my cousin Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
Because if Rocco not introduced me to Mr. Frank Mancuso,
Yeah.
or Mancuso, where I
Mancuso.
I would not be here.
Yeah.
And through them,
Yeah.
You.
That's how it
Life
happens.
is a destiny.
That's how it happens, Nick.
It's a destiny.
That's how it now happens.
We're here because of that.
So listen, I just have to.
And our friend,
thank you,
Ralph, that's
Ralph
in the background.
Rocco's in the
Okay,
house.
Ralph is here too.
Listen, we gotta go, but I want to thank you so much for doing this. And again, get the real Santa story and the Santa secret. Amazon, get it on Amazon. It's a beautiful, beautiful holiday gift for adults and kids. So thank you again for taking the ride. I appreciate it. And I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time. And remember, tell everyone you love them. I'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.